Hi guys. Okay, for those of you who haven't seen my face before, my name is Val and I have another YouTube channel, but I'm not going to talk about it on this one because this video is going to be put on to my empty channel that's not really used for anything. I'm going to talk about somebody in particular today because this person has been making me irate and a lot of other people irate on YouTube. This person being called, well, Alan Vinnicome, because Armchair Detective, what he's known as on YouTube, is his fake persona, and I'm not aiming this video at anyone's fake persona. So, and also the reason why this video is not going to be on my channel is because I don't want to be accused of this.
If we put AD in the title, we get views. If we don't get any. It's too lazy to get off their bums to make films, so they make films about me and get views.
Now, that is the most ridiculous thing I've heard from somebody who has been using Chris Watts's name, SHANNAN's name, everything, the murder, the disgusting, horrendous, sad episode that we all know of. He's using that to gain subs, to gain views, to gain notoriety, to gain ego, to gain you name it. He wants it. Now, there's a lot of us that use his name in our title to basically get the word out there that this man is impossible. Impossible. If this man is a narcissist, now this is what I'm going to go into in this video, so please stand by, please stay with us, please don't leave yet. There's a lot of information that might be useful to people watching this. I have got a channel, and I'm not naming my channel obviously, but it's about narcissist abuse. I've been going for 3 years and I can see signs in this person. Now I can't diagnose, no one can diagnose, but we can actually get an idea. And if we know what narcissism is, covert narcissism as well, then we'll know how to treat and how to face somebody, how to deal with a person, rather than just thinking, why don't they act like this? Why don't they act like that? Why don't they listen to us? Why aren't they just doing this? It's because, well, narcissists don't. So I'm putting this video together to hopefully help people understand what most likely Alan Vinnicome is and why he does the most ridiculous, hurtful, disgusting, despicable, abhorrent, I'm running out of words, things. So why does this man continue to hurt the Rzucek family? They've had the biggest loss that anybody can have. SHANNAN, Cece, Bella, Nico. Why is this man continuing to taunt this family? Why is this man continuing to use this broken family in his channel? Why is he orchestrating and putting himself in the middle like he's important? Why will he not give up? Why does he feel entitled to get in there, to insert himself where he should not be inserting himself? You know, I'm laughing, but I've watched some videos from this man and my God, my blood's boiled, like a lot of other people. I've seen irate channels. I've seen channels that are being humorous. But you know what? He will love that. Because all these videos, although everybody moans about them, they make him feel good. Drama, good or bad, they make him feel good. He feels important. He feels famous. I'm sorry, I'm waffling, I know. I've got a lot to say. I have no loyalty to people that hurt people. I have no loyalty to trolls. I have no loyalty to toxic people. I have no loyalty to abusers. Nobody who hurts people gets respect from me. So, as this video is on my channel with 43 subscribers, because it's a dead channel, I'm hoping that it will get around. So please, guys, everybody, I'm not doing this for any kind of fame myself. So please can you share it in videos, share it in comments. Obviously, I would put in the attachments below the links of the people that I've used in the video because I want fair use. So I'm trying to use this as fair use.
It is a tragedy that stunned our community and captured the world's attention. The murder of Shannan Watts and her 2 daughters.
Jim Karen Frank Rzucek tells me that the cyberbullying around this case has been relentless, so bad that he's even gone to law enforcement and lawmakers seeking help, but has had no assistance. So now he's here in Colorado asking CBS 4 viewers to help him stop the trolls.
Hello, I am Frank Rzucek. Last summer on August 13, 2018, my daughter Shannan Watts and her children were murdered. They were killed by Shannan's husband and the children's father, Chris Watts. Shannan and her children and our grandchildren have been ridiculed, demeaned, slandered, mocked in the most vicious ways you can imagine. It needs to stop. Sites like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, people who feel they are entitled to profit off our loss, we urge you, please stop. Making money off of my daughter's death. There's a few out there making some big money off it.
My dad and I were just on AD's channel and we got blocked as usual because he doesn't want to listen to us, and he never will. He just wants the money and he wants the popularity. We all know it. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. Leave my family alone. Leave us alone. I'm sick and tired of it. We all are.
I don't attack anybody on my program, ever. You might say I talk about the Watts case. Well, I'm allowed to. Get lost. Talk about what I want. In this day and age, that people can demand you not to speak about something. Well, since when have people been allowed to say that you can't talk about something?
It's there. You've all taken it and done however many videos on YouTube and made lots of money, but believe you me, there's not a day or a second that we don't think about it, because you think you know better than, you know, the Frederick Police Department or the Weld County DA.
These videos of Frank Rzucek Jr., Nicole Atkinson, getting upset, crying, asking people to stop, please stop. See, the difference between a person with humanity, with morals, with empathy, they would stop. Alan, when you see Nicole Atkinson and you see Frankie Jr. and you see Frankie Sr. asking you to stop, I know you're not going to stop, because that would mean admitting failure. That would mean that you were wrong. See, once they actually admit to something or stop, they're admitting that they're wrong. And a narcissist, if that's what Alan is, will never, ever admit they are wrong. They are too vulnerable to be able to accept that. They wouldn't be able to do it. It would hurt them. It would damage their inner core far too much. A narcissist can't afford to admit they're wrong. A narcissist can't afford to say sorry or take responsibility. Everything's outward. Push it outward. Push it onto someone else. Project it onto somebody else. It's somebody else's fault.
Think about it and say, I know this is absolutely untrue about me, but it's interesting that that person is making that accusation. Projection is a tell, because when somebody accuses you of something that's very untrue, odds are it's because they're experiencing it or they're doing it.
Alan is doing exactly the same thing, if not worse, that he thinks other people are doing. He's going off on one that other people are making videos about him. I just feel that we need to aim these videos at the enablers, at the people who are enabling him. If you can sit back and you can watch a man hurt, continuously drag a broken-hearted family who've lost people they love through a murder, if you can continue to drag them through the mud, call them, troll them, make fun of them, block them from your channel because they're asking you to stop, you are despicable. And again, this is going in one ear and out the other, Alan, if you're watching this. But guys, anybody else watching this, please don't go along with what he's doing. It will come to an end. Karma will hit. And then when it does, you'll just have drunk the Kool-Aid, and that'll be it. End of. Where will it leave you all? The people who watch people like Alan. And Alan, I know you keep boasting about how many subscribers that you've got, and why would they keep on subscribing if you weren't doing something they wanted to watch? Now, let's look at the world for general. YouTube basically mirrors the world, because I would say every single person on this planet has got YouTube. You've watched the news, you've seen the nutters out there, you've seen the people that hurt others, you've seen the news, these people are signing up to YouTube. These people are looking for channels to be able to gain their supply. They may not want to stand up and voice themselves in front of a camera, but they want someone else to do it for them. So they will push your buttons, Alan. All these people supporting you and signing up are watching the drama, are sitting there with their popcorn watching the show. They're watching you for many different reasons. These aren't people who are professional, who are likeable, empathic, good people that sign up and watch you. Or they're watching you because they want to push your buttons and say, come on, Alan, we're behind you. Yeah, yeah, you tell them. It's because they are just looking for the drama. So what they're doing with Alan is they're just using him. Go on, Alan. Go on, you're in the right. You're not. A lot of people that are egging you on and telling you how great you are because they want to see the drama. It's a soap unfolding in front of people's eyes. And you're making a fool of yourself. So you've got the trolls, you've got the codependents, you've got the people that don't understand narcissism, you've got the people that basically don't care, have no empathy. Think about the people that are watching your videos. There is a reason. Everybody has a reason, and it's not a very good reason for watching your channel. No real good person would want to stand behind someone who's doing what you're doing to a broken-hearted family.
I know that Junior is very volatile. God knows what wrath is going to descend on her now. Well, now they're going to get drawn into this. They're going to get drawn into this because they're on social media. The train's left the station for the Rzucek family. The battle's going to commence. Now they've got the Rzuceks versus the Watts to contend with. And me, I'm in the middle listening to both sides. And they're starting. I'm telling you, there's accomplices. And I know that. I told you they're going to try to show you evidence. I told you the Watts were going to fight back. And you saw it tonight.
The thing about puppet masters, about manipulators, about narcissists, they script. They lead you down a path, they trick you, and then when you do whatever it is that they've scripted, they'll gain the benefit and they'll gain the adoration. Like Alan saying here, I told you so. When someone starts saying things like, I told you so, when you think they're a manipulator, it's only because they've manipulated the situation. So by setting it up, and the inevitable will happen, they will then come back and say, I told you this was going to happen. How clever am I? I knew it all along. No, they're not clever. They're not psychics. They're not detectives. They're just manipulators that have set it up and then take the glory when it all comes true. Narcissists use people to climb up the ladder of fame. Narcissists will just stand on anybody they need to. And you're standing on the Rzucek family right now to get where you want. It's disgusting.
Narcissists fools us because they know what we want and they're able to pretend to be that person. If they're successful in this acting job, they will be able to get what they need: power, recognition, and money. They don't really care about helping people or making a difference.
Me, I have raised money for about 8 different funerals for mothers who've had their children or family killed.
But they act that way because when they act that way and they're good at it, that is when they are successfully able to get what they need most. And it could be a big paycheck, it could be recognition, success.
Covert abuse is something that masquerades as something else, and every time they want to abuse, devalue, make you worthless, it's covered in blame, it's covered in a joke, it's covered in sarcasm, it's covered in them being the victim. They see everything in a certain way. They'll take every opportunity to say what you say and twist your words and actually make you look like you're the dumb one. But then if you're going to be ashamed of something, don't do it. Then you don't have to lie about it. Then you don't have to create a world around it. And you're creating a false world. You're deceiving people into coming into your false world. And they're deciding on their world depending what you're giving them and what you're showing them. Really, it's false. If you could see their real world, you wouldn't want anything to do with them. And they know this. So they create this complete image around them. They won't try hard to achieve what they're projecting. They're just projecting a life. They don't want to be these people. They don't want to have to work hard to be nice, because they don't want to be nice. They don't have to work hard to get a good job. They don't want to work hard at getting a decent girlfriend. They don't want to work hard at being honest. They want to lie. They want to cheat. They want to lie. They want to do what they want to do, but they want to cover it up because they're ashamed of it. So we decide our decisions on the outside of what they're showing their audience. They don't like it in here. They have to cover this part in a life that they want you to see. That's what coverts do. But every now and then, it oozes out of the cracks. They're creating a world that looks good to everybody and maybe makes them feel good. If you want to be a good person, be a good person. Don't pretend to be a good person. If you want to work hard and make money, work hard and make money. Don't lie and deceive. It's an image they're portraying. So we need to stop thinking and believing that everybody in the world is like us.
When it comes to personality pathology, the personality characteristics that really stand out in terms of fantasy would come from cluster B. So that would be antisocial, narcissistic, borderline, and histrionic personality disorders. The level of fantasizing is so high with narcissistic personality disorder that fantasizing is actually one of these symptom criteria. Fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love.
Narcissists will control an audience by being in charge of a story that they tell. Fantasize. They tell the story their way to control and lead the audience in a direction that they want. That's what gives them supply, knowing that they have their audience hooked on their fictitious stories. On YouTube, they can be what they want. They can say what they want. And people believe their fake stories and fake self. As long as they can keep up the act, they will control everything from who they are to what they say. They make up stories to keep the audience in awe of their brilliance.
Shannan's birthday, that I discovered the shadows and put it out there on her birthday, 10th of January, right?
There it is. Bends down, picks it up. There it is. Bends down, picks it up.
Since I started to research this video, there was talk about plagiarism. There was talk that these shadows found under the truck were discovered by Alan, and then they were discovered by a lady called Diane, and there's been a lot of discussion about who owns the shadows. Now, again, I disagree with plagiarism. I always try and put names and links to people that I put in my videos because I do not want to steal their work. If this is the case, I will come back with hopefully the proof of that. But at the moment, there is the proof that's out there, let's say, that Alan's wriggling out of, because this is what they also do. They will twist and turn and will find a loophole. And if this is the case, if Alan's found a loophole and he's getting out of it, I can't actually use this in my video. But if I find that plagiarism has actually occurred, I will then make another short video and basically put the proof of that in, because that's another sign of narcissism. It's stealing other people's work and basically playing it off as your own so that you can get the fame and notoriety for it.
Let me know below what you think it is. Is it a human being with a baseball hat and a pair of sunglasses perched above it? There's one giveaway sign coming up. Keep your eyes on him. There, he puts the phone to his ear. Puts the phone to his ear, takes it away again. Wow, that's the evidence I've got for you. There we go.
You're going to say, well, it's pixelated, it could be him. Then you're absolutely blind. Because the black jumper is not the same colour as the ponytail. It's a damn ponytail. I know a ponytail. I've been alive a long time. You can't see that as long hair ponytail, then I give up.
And so what is magical thinking? If I think, it is. If I think, I create reality. If I think, I affect reality. If I just think, I change reality. Reality is inside me, and therefore I can manipulate it and alter it and reassemble it and disassemble it and deconstruct it and reconstruct it any way I see fit, because it's all inside my head. These are people who use magical thinking to take your money. Simple. They encourage your magical thinking. They're telling you who to be. They're telling you how to be. They become your parental figures. Scammers, liars, cheats, and psychopaths are taking advantage of that. And that's why narcissists pursue celebrity, fame. Because to be a celebrity or to be famous is to be everywhere via the media. So if you have 15 million followers on Instagram, the conspiracy theorist, the person who believes in conspiracy theory. First of all, I want you to know, there is such a trait in psychology. It's called conspiracism. Conspiracism. Look it up. Google. Conspiracism is the quality of believing in conspiracy theories. It's a propensity to believe in unproven and unverified, oft-repeated conspiracy theories. Most people are gullible. Most people believe literally anything and anyone immediately. People believe in 95% of what they're told. Immediately, uncritically, without verifying, without checking, anywhere. They believe in something and then they have to defend their misconceptions, and they have to defend them fiercely. Because if they let go of their misconceptions, if they admit to having been mistaken, this is narcissistic injury. Challenges their grandiose self-conception. They reject all information which contradicts or might contradict or challenge their beliefs. And they are rabid, they are violent, they are aggressive, they're disempathic. In short, they become psychopathic narcissists. The more you're exposed to nonsense, the more you believe in it. Leverage it by repeating and repeating and repeating. And it is, of course, an element in classic techniques of brainwashing. Conspiracy theories brainwash their adherents. Sometimes it's done accidentally. Sometimes it's done intentionally. Once the money kicks in, they realize how much money they can make. Believe me, it's totally intentional. And we tend to see patterns there, where there are none. When you look at clouds, you see horses. But of course, there's nothing there. There are only clouds. We see structures. We see images. We see figures where there are none. And these phenomena in psychology are known as apophenia and pareidolia, and they are part of magical thinking. We find continuities in the disparate and the unrelated, in the incidental. Conspiracism is a personality trait predicated on magical thinking. Even after a favorite conspiracy is debunked, there is a counterfactual residue left. Continued influence effect, it's called. The more you try to argue with a true believer, the more entrenched he becomes in his misinformation and paranoid skepticism. And this is known in psychology as the backfire effect. Conspiracies thrive not only on magical thinking, but on ignorance. And in order to believe in magical thinking, you need to be ignorant. And the profile of most conspiracy theorists is not complimentary. These are people who are collapsed narcissists, losers, uneducated, ignorant, and if they were to subject themselves to an IQ test, I don't think they would have liked to see the results.
Chris Watts did not act alone. Mr. Rourke's the conspiracy theory. His conspiracy theory was that they were all killed on the day and carried out like trash the next day. That's his conspiracy theory. Circumstantial evidence or conspiracy theory. What's the difference? You know and I know that I'm in contact with the what's. I'm open for a private conversation about this. I want to reach out to both families. If anybody knows the family, either family, pass them my email.
Pathological lies, these are the worst. They create an alternative reality for themselves to inhabit. They believe in their lies and become unable to separate their lies from the truth. This means they have no problem lying openly about apparent episodes in their life. It is a pathological liar believes that they are smarter than everyone else and will never be found out. The very fact that their pathological lies could be bad for their reputation does not faze the liar at all.
She's probably sitting in a dark room in a chair, tied up, just sitting there, dying of hunger, thirst, and light, and probably dead.
Poor little lad.
We commit terrible crimes and we smile at the delight in getting away with it. Now that smile is known in the trade as duping delight. This mother, Diane Downs, shot her kids at close range, claimed a scraggy-haired stranger did it, and you'll see when you see the video, she can't even pretend to be an agonizing mother. What you want to look for here is an incredible discrepancy between horrific events that she describes and her very, very cool demeanor. And if you look closely, you'll see duping delight throughout this video.
But at night, when I close my eyes, I can see Christy reaching her hand out to me while I'm driving, and the blood just keep coming out of her mouth. And that, maybe it'll fade too with time, but I don't think so. That haunts me the most.
For narcissists, admiration and validation are the air that they breathe. Without it, they cannot function. They're lost, and they honestly would feel like they were suffocating. In many ways, social media, when it came along, became the mothership of all narcissists. Because now, for the first time, they could just sit home from the comfort of their home, post edited photographs and bizarre things that they want to say, and just sit back and wait for followers and likes. Emptiness can often be filled with things like drugs and alcohol, food, spending, sex, lots of things that aren't good for you. Remember, you can learn a lot of these red flags by watching a person on social media. But people who really appear to be out there, like maybe even more and more risque or ridiculous or sort of, I don't know, sort of confrontation-inducing images or words just to get people to engage with them. I know a lot of people say, no, they're just influencers. I don't know that they're influencers. I do think that they probably are just simply chronic validation seekers, and they're trying to turn it into a job title.
Narcissist and gambling. Research examined the link between gambling disorder and various psychotic disorders, including narcissistic personality disorder. People with a gambling addiction frequently have characteristics similar to those with antisocial, borderline, histrionic and narcissistic personality disorders. They tend to be socially isolated, have problematic relationships with their peers, lower self-esteem and feelings of helplessness, difficulty controlling emotions, substance abuse, depression and anxiety disorder, which all can contribute to personality disorders. We're also seen in people with gambling problems. Researchers found that addicted gamblers often have difficulty regulating their emotions.
One more. 7 double up for all in bin.
All in bin.